Jeopardy! Ken Jennings explains intense adrenaline experience. Jeopardy! Host Ken Jennings recalled a time when he had an intense adrenaline rush on the show. He appeared on the Inside Jeopardy! Podcast with Man Bialik. The host will continue to swap duties as normal. The pair were named as the permanent host since Alec Trebek tragically passed away in 2020. During the August 29th episode of the podcast, the duo talked about the pressure of filling in for the original host. The announcement came with its share of controversy. Fans slammed the decision and called it safe. Now, they're admitting the pressure that they feel. Find out what Ken had to say about it. Amid the rampant negative comments, both Ken Jennings and Mayim Bialik feel the pressure. The Call Me Cat star admitted that she feels a tremendous responsibility when it comes to the role. She realized that other people's happiness is in the power of her hands. I watched Alex do it close up, and I couldn't understand the kind of ease and grace because you're doing so many things at once, right? Bialik said on Inside Jeopardy, "You're trying to run the show for the contestants. You're part of the game just like the writers of the board, but you're also trying to interpret it for the folks at home. So it's like you're a sportscaster almost. And it goes so fast." Fans have complained about the way she slows down the show. The neuroscientist says that it can be overwhelming to keep up with the pace. Bialik explained that fans don't realize how many things you're calculating all at once. She admits that it's embarrassing every time she makes a mistake. Bialik feels that pressure because of her doctorate in neuroscience. Ken Jennings feels that pressure as well because he's a Jeopardy! Champ. There are moments when he'll find himself slipping up. Jennings joked that he could say my name wrong. Even the smartest people in the room can make mistakes. Jeopardy! Host feels an adrenaline rush. Ken Jennings and Mayim Bialik are still grateful for their new positions. Season 39 of Jeopardy! Is currently in production. Fans can expect some exciting moments to happen. Sometimes it can give the hosts an adrenaline rush. It's just a very intense adrenaline experience you kind of chase for the rest of your life, Ken Jennings explained. And when the games get really good out here, when the players are really cooking and it's intense and it's close, I kind of feel like I'm in there playing, you're part of the game. He likened it to a transcendent experience when you feel as if the audience and the people at home are part of it. What are your thoughts on what Ken Jennings calls the show an adrenaline experience? Do you agree? Sound off below in the comment section. For millions of trivia enthusiasts, Jeopardy! Is a comforting daily ritual, a calm, cerebral contest where quick thinking and encyclopedic knowledge reign supreme. But for Ken Jennings, the game's most famous champion and current host, stepping behind that iconic podium wasn't nearly as tranquil as it appeared from the living room couch. In a recent interview, Jennings peeled back the curtain on what it really feels like to compete under the studio lights, and why the adrenaline rush is unlike anything he's ever experienced. "I've done a lot of nerve-wracking things in my life, but nothing compares to that first time I stood on the Jeopardy! Stage," Jennings admitted. "It's not just nerves. It's almost like an out-of-body experience. Your heart's racing, your palms are sweating, and somehow you're expected to buzz in faster than two other brilliant people and instantly recall obscure facts." Jennings, who famously won 74 consecutive games in 2004, still remembers how his body seemed to go on autopilot. There's a hyper-awareness that kicks in, almost like you're in a fight or flight scenario. Your peripheral vision narrows, time gets kind of distorted, and the entire world shrinks down to Alex Trebek, the board, and that buzzer. You're locked in. What makes the adrenaline spike even more unique is the mental intensity required. Unlike typical high adrenaline situations that demand physical reactions, like sports or public speaking, Jeopardy! Demands both instant reflexes and precise cognitive recall. "You can't just be fast," Jennings said. "You have to be fast and accurate, over and over again, for 20 minutes straight. That combination," he explained, "produces a cocktail of stress and exhilaration that few other experiences can replicate. It's like taking a final exam and running a sprint at the exact same time," he joked.